Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we are going to be setting up automation for our farm and also getting our passive mob area ready to go. I hope you guys are ready. So today we're going to be continuing right where we left off last episode, getting our smeltery going and kind of doing a few things to kind of get that automated. So I didn't actually get the chance to fully automate it. So we need to make a redstone clock in order to do that, and then take a lever, and this will allow us to turn that redstone clock on and off. And this is really nice and really helpful for setups like this, because as you can see, this is going to now automatically pour redstone, or pour seared stone, for us at this point, allowing us to generate quite a bit more seared stone. And then once we have the seared stone, we can then combine it with another one. Let me kind of grab one more. Hopefully it'll give me one more real quick. There we go. And we can make this into, I think these can be converted, right? Oh, you have to place them individually. And they give you the paver, seared paver, which I think that looks a little bit better than its default counterpart. And we're going to use that to decorate with. We're going to use that to kind of build up the front of this and have it not look so ugly like it does. By itself, it does not look like the greatest. And eventually, once we get some more aluminum, we'll be able to actually cast out more bricks, which is exactly what I want. And we'll have that later. Some more actual stone brick, which I think looks even better than this. So there we go. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. And we'll do the same thing on this side. There we go. Bam, bam. Perfect. So, this wall is pretty much done. That is our smeltery in a nutshell. Pretty easy to set up. Doesn't take too much. Actually, we can probably take out a bunch of this cobblestone because we don't need that much. I really just wanted to get the wall done, because this many slots is perfectly fine. Having 9 slots is more than enough for most things. I don't think we're going to be using it too much, but we probably can use it to double our ore chunks, I think, if the smeltery is set up and not disabled for that. So it all depends. All depends on how that is all set up. So let's do a few things today. There is something called bonsai pots in this pack, and I've used them in many episodes, or many series in the past, and they are really nice. So we need clay, and we need dirt. That is so easy to get, and these things are so nice to have. So we definitely have dirt, and we definitely have some clay laying around here. I think I converted actually most of my clay before, but we have some dust left over. That is perfectly fine. We'll literally just use this 4 here to get ourselves some more clay. Perfect. And we can turn that into clay. That'll give us 16. That's enough to at least make a couple bonsai pots. And these bonsai pots, as you can see, they are used, not in the painting machine, but they are used to produce flowers. This is hold shift for details. It says automatically exports drops into inventory below. And when it says drops, it's drops of trees. So if you have trees, they can be set up like that, which is awesome. So let's make some chests, and that's going to allow us to produce all these different types of saplings and things of that nature, which is going to be very helpful. So let's create some chests, because you're going to want multiple containers for this. And what I'm going to do is separate all of them like so. And this is going to give us the 2x2 drawers, which is really kind of what you need for a lot of these bonsai pots. And there we go. We have those all set up. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place them right here, because the bonsai pots are going to set on top of the drawers. And this will fit and float just like... It'll float right on top of our setup here. Actually, this one needs to be moved over one, right? Be moved over a little bit. There you go. You can set up right against the wall. And you'll be kind of out of the way, out of mind, until we actually need the items, in which we will be able to just pop and grab them right out. So, one of the major saplings that we need is a string sapling. I think it's also called a spider sapling. So the spider sapling is not too hard to get. We need any sapling with string around it. So let's take, say, a jungle sapling. Why not? And we'll surround it with string. and or add some string to it, and then it'll get a spiderweb sapling. That is just one of a few saplings that are really nice from Pam's Harvest Craft. So if we take a look at the actual saplings, you can see we have a paper bark sapling as well, and this will produce paper. This is a very nice sapling to always get, and we can try and make that one as well. We have the ability to make paper with our sugarcane. So let's take some of our sugarcane, and instead of having like a mass sugarcane farm, we can just use 3 of the paper, and surround it with a sapling. I mean, it's that easy. That easy, guys. There we go, and now we have a paper bark sapling. Now, this should give us oak wood, and it will still give us saplings, and I do believe it also gives us the paper. I don't think it it shows you right here. Here you go. So you see the spiderweb one gives you string, gives you saplings, and gives you leaves, all that good stuff. The paper one, inside the bonsai, if I can pull it up, here you go, also gives you paper. Really nice. You can actually take a look at some of these other saplings if you think about making them. I don't know if there's any other ones that are really great. The vanilla sapling, that one, I don't know what that does. That gives you vanilla beans. So a lot of these just give you fruit and stuff, which is great if you need food. But the main ones that I really like getting in anything that has this bonsai is definitely the paperback and the spiderweb. So very good to get. So let's take a look here. We have the brick. Looks like our stuff kind of got stopped up, didn't it? That's oh well. Oh well. That's okay. That'll at least let us get one of these bonsais. So there we go. That'll get one bonsai. And we're going to need some more iron. And we'll take that with a chest. Make another hopper. Super cheap at this point because sieving stuff is not that hard. And then we'll throw this like that. And that'll give us a hopping bonsai pot. Now I'm going to place it over here. There we go. And I'll place the spiderweb one here. And over time, this will grow. Really cool. You can actually up this as well with bone meal. You can bone meal these plants. Like so. And it actually works when you bone meal it. So if you want to get some really fast and you have a bunch of bone meal, you can bone meal these plants. So as you can see right there, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And there you go. And it should be producing. So really cool on how it works. And what kind of wood is this given? Oak wood. Okay. Perfect. So now we need to get another one done. And I'm slowly but surely working on it. There we go. We should have everything. Let's go ahead and get a hopper ready. And then we take that, throw it around. Bam. Now we have pretty much infinite oak at this point. It's just going to require a little bit of time. But we have 2 of the major saplings that you definitely want to have in your world. Perfect. We're ready to go with some string and stuff. So we have that coil now that gives us, as it says, 128 RF a tick. Kind of ridiculous, but we do have it. So what I did is I have a piece of crushed quartz. And I think what we can do with that is we can cook it down. And that'll give us normal quartz. Now we should be able to take some sticks and a little bit of iron, and actually make ourselves an atomic reconstructor. This would be a very good item to have early game. Now we are going to need a little bit of dust, but I think we can do this pretty quick. Pretty quick, guys. I don't think it's going to take very long at all. Go ahead and compress some of this. This will give us dust. We do have our hammer on us, and that's quite a bit of dust to just get one piece of redstone. Technically, we need 2 pieces of redstone, so let's hope we get 2 pieces of redstone. That would be the best option. That way we can get ourselves 1 redstone torch to be able to turn this thing on and off. But if anything, we're going to go ahead and actually get this thing going. Mainly because I want to use a crusher for ore processing. I think a crusher would be a pretty decent option. There are several options. We can go ahead and actually, for like processing our cobblestone into gravel and stuff like that automatically, we could use IC2, we can use mechanical users, we can use cyclic, whatever you want to call it. There's quite a few things we can actually use to do this. But the main thing I want to do is just get some things auto-converted into their different types. And that's the main thing. So we got 6 redstone from that. That didn't take very long at all. See, it's not that bad. Actually, not that bad at all. So let's take the 6 that we have. Actually, we only got 3. We only got 3 out of that, technically. Oh, we already have some sticks, but I'm going to grab another one because we're going to use this to make 1 redstone torch. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. We're going to need an iron casing, so we're going to need that piece of black quartz that we cooked up. There we go. And iron casing. Then we're going to need the redstone for the centerpiece, and now we have an atomic reconstructor. Now, what I need to make is a pressure plate. That shouldn't be too difficult, should it? A simple pressure plate. 2 blocks. We can use wood. That will work. There we go. And we can set this up pretty much anywhere. I'm going to place it right here for right now. I'm going to put it in pulse mode. Put the pressure plate in front of it. And then I'm going to throw this on top, because this apparently gives power. That is crazy. This thing generates the coil number. Like, oh man, it actually generates power. And like it says, 138, or it was 128 RF tick, I think, or 138 RF tick. Something like that. But anyways, that is awesome, because now we can use this to make so many things. Having an atomic reconstructor is really nice, especially for dyes and stuff like that. Anytime we have any particular dye, such as bone meal, we can now color it once we have the lens. So a lens of color would allow us to create any dye, including getting ourselves lapis pretty easy. Not too bad. So we have lens of certain death, lens of the killer, lens of disenchanting, and we have lens of the miner, which is, yeah, kind of expensive to get and can be automated, but I find that it's not the greatest way of obtaining ores. But it does work. But that's free power. That's crazy. So I got most of my furnace automated, which is really nice. All I have is a chest going into here. Weird visual glitch there. I don't know if you can see that, kind of going off to the side, kind of funny. But I got all this upgraded to iron siphon mesh, and from that I have been grinding just a little bit. It actually is really nice in this pack. I don't feel like this takes too long to get most resources. So literally you just sieve just a little bit, and a lot of these percentages are actually pretty high, which I really enjoy. So we're going to be changing a few things, but first I think we should probably, before we start actually automating this, we should probably continue with the quest line and continue over here. We have a couple that we need to kind of claim. Might as well get those done. Let's go ahead and claim these. I've been opening all these chests on camera, by the way, because they're pretty nice. Look at that, speed upgrades. That's really good. Another, okay, this is flax, or this is fire resistance potions. That will come in handy, and definitely when we go to the nether. Definitely will come in handy. I'm going to keep all the good loot over here, by the way. So, we have that done. But this quest line over here wants us to automate a farm, and it kind of helps you along with making a specific type of farm, which is perfect for early game. This is going to be perfect for me early game. I'm not going to complain. Later on, we'll have a little bit different of a setup. But for right, like once we get like some cursed earth and stuff like that, we'll make a little bit different of a mob farm. But right now, I'm not really focusing on that in particular. But we need to make a fan from open blocks. We're gonna have to make 2 of them, I think it says. And I understand why it wants me to make this, because we're gonna be pushing mobs from 2 different directions, and we're gonna be trying to kind of squeeze the mobs up against the spikes. Now we're gonna need 2 of those. Let's grab 2 of them. There we go. And then we're also going to need a few blocks, because we're going to need to make these spikes. Now, these spikes are not that cheap, but you do get 4. So I can't really complain about that too much. So we're going to need a few swords, which isn't going to take too long. Let's go ahead and grab those. We need, was it 3? So let's make 3 swords. 3 brand new swords ready to rock and roll. And we get the 4 iron spikes. Perfect. Now, it's telling us we need an item collector. Now, Random Things is a really powerful mod. It has a lot of cool things. The item collector is one of the very cool items that it does have. But it's one of several item collectors that exist in this pack. So, I mean, it's really up to you. I'm really just doing this to get this quest out of the way because the rewards are really good. So, item collector, if I can get it typed in here. So we have a normal item collector and an advanced item collector. This one is not that bad, but it does require obsidian. So we're going to have to get some obsidian. And how do you do that? Well, we're going to need a stone barrel, and we haven't actually made one just yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and make a stone barrel. I think it actually requires a normal stone slab. I don't remember if it's stone or cobblestone it requires. I think it's a stone. Yeah, there's our stone barrel. Perfect. So with the stone barrel, what we can do is we can place this down like here, which is fine. We need to break this, and what we'll do is we will set it up much like so. We'll throw that there. Actually, we'll make it using this stone. Just like that, and then we'll grab a bucket of water, like this, place it above this stone barrel, and then what we can do is grab some lava, really easy, throw it in here, and bam, that makes obsidian. And that is our first bit of obsidian completed. Super easy to do. I think I have another bucket laying around somewhere, but I'm not too worried about it. We can get this pretty quick this way. If we had a lava source that was next to it, we could easily set up the source right over here, and we can automate obsidian. So, really nice, really easy to get started. And now we should be able to pretty much make this item collector. Now we do need an ender pearl, which we have a few of them. And we're also going to need a little bit of iron and a chest. So I'm going to have to grab a chest. Oh, actually I have a hopper already on me, so I don't even have to worry about it. So there we go. We can just make this guy pretty easy. Look at that. Item collector, done. And setting up the mob farm that it wants us to make is really simple. So let's take this, for example, a chest, which we already have one in our inventory. And let's see if we can't combine this. Is this mod in here? Yes, so we have iron chest. That's going to be perfect. An iron chest, I think, is going to do a fantastic job of collecting items. So what I'm going to do is actually put this down one, because right now it's technically too tall. We're going to place it down here, place this on top. If I can not have, I always have these torches in my hand. And this guy should pick up items when they're dropped. As you can see, it went in the chest, and there we go. We have the items in the chest. Now, we also need to set up a fan. This fan should push these mobs. Alright, and we need somewhere to place them, like on some kind of platform. And I think setting up some stone would be just fine for this. Let's do that. And we can place it perfect, like right here. We gotta be careful. Place it right there. We're gonna need a lever. Let me go ahead and grab some of that stuff that I've yet to grab. Cobblestone, right? We already have a stick. Let's grab another stick. We're gonna need 2 levers. And by the way, did that quest complete? Yes, it did. So we get to claim that reward. By the way, let's take a look at what that reward is. So we got 2 mana lenses. That's actually not that bad. But I tell you what, we haven't been getting the greatest of rewards. By the way, I did get magic beans. These are another really great reward that you can use to place down, and they will grow random items. As weird as that may sound, they do. They grow random items. So let's do this real quick. Let's go ahead, and I should be able to move these guys. I think they're in the way. There we go. We can place that spike there. And we can place another spike right here. And they should touch those spikes, and that will start to hurt them, as you can see. Like, this fan, it's not even running, and it's already pushing the mobs. But if I turn the fan on, then they're definitely going to be pushed in that direction. So I'll put another one over here. Another fan. Much like this. And just flip a lever on the back. And that will push and force all the mobs into that area, killing them and netting us some items. It will push us around a little bit. But that's why I moved these back onto this side, onto this far side, and that's going to allow everything to kind of go to the center, which is what I want. But unfortunately, these spikes are not the greatest spikes in the world. Let me tell you, they're not that great. Mainly because they don't act as player kills. So there's a difference between these killing mobs and as if you had killed mobs. So your like loot bag chances and stuff like that may be diminished from that. But anyways, that has been completed. This is wanting us to get 10 nether or 10 obsidian, and we have floral fertilizer. Now, floral fertilizer is another one of those quests that we have in here, but I would like to make a watering can. Now, there's different kinds of watering cans. I think this watering can is going to be just perfect for us getting started. And we need somewhere to stand with water. There's also a watering can from Tiny Progressions, which might actually be pretty good as well. This one, actually, this one is probably going to be the best option. Because I don't know if this one runs out of water. But it requires a bucket of water. Let's actually try that one. So what does that require? Just iron, right? Just iron and 1 piece of bone meal. You can't beat that. That's a really cheap recipe. That was not a good idea. Let's clean that up. Clean that up. We don't want mobs spawning. There we go. Let's get back in here. Let's make this guy. So we have this watering can. Now that should be, yeah, that's infinite. Perfect. That's actually probably one of the best. And we need to get this grass to grow, which I planted grass seed. But man, does the grass not want to grow. This, I don't know, maybe this watering can is not going to do it for us. I need to hold down, like on the center here, and hope that it works. We can try another watering can if this one doesn't work. But this has been sitting here for quite a while. Like, I mean quite a while. So maybe we have to go with this one. And the upgrade to that is this watering can, which requires Invar. And then we have these, which we can't actually get. And then I know this watering can should work from extra utilities. We can also try that one. You know, let's try the extra utilities one. I've used the thermal before. I know the thermal probably works. And this, well, actually, let's do the thermal. I'm almost positive it's going to be better off doing the thermal. So let's grab our bucket. We'll grab some copper. That's really easy, actually, on us. Throw that in there. Bam, there's that watering can. We need to grab some water on it, with it. Right? Shift right click. And you pick it up like a bucket. There we go. So we're going to take this, and this has worked with me before. Should be able to just hold it here, and this grass should spread. Man, maybe I'm just going crazy. This grass does not want to grow in here. And I don't know if maybe, is it because that there's not enough light? There it goes. Oh wow. Yeah, it just needed a little bit of light there. It probably would have grown this whole time had it had enough light in the center. Yeah, and I need to get this to spread so we can actually get some passive mobs going. Because they will not grow, they will not spawn unless they're on grass, and I can't use bait in here from X to high-low to get things growing, to get passive mobs to spawn. And there's actually some really nice mobs that spawn in here. Cows that give you fluid, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So definitely something that I'm going to have to worry about getting. Well guys, I think today we got quite a bit completed. We got our mob farm automated. At least at this point, it's really automated. It's just, you know, not the greatest thing in the world, but we did get it done like the quest suggested us to do. And then we also completed several other quests, plus we got our passive mob farm ready to go. So hopefully stuff starts spawning other than the evolved Endermen, because they're kind of ridiculous. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video, guys, a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.